Coach, it is something not seen all that often in these parts. Playoff football in North Carolina. We've got it at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the Carolina Panthers. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Mike, check, 59.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain?
Check safety. 6-6, pull it high. Run.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike. Hey, we're pretty quiet. Get 300. 56, Mike, 56.
To throw is Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line.
Here we go. At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Get off the field. Rush in. Real. Whip. Watch the back.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Panther first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
Here's Mayfield. Throwing right, and that's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 29-yard line.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 12 more yards there and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
So first and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. They will run for the first time here with White. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and you got the crowd involved fully on their side in this ball game.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game.
Hey, high 7. Check, 59.
Rodgers now on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Rodgers will try again on second down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Dante Fowler. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
At the 41-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Panthers 7, Packers nothing.
Red, 180! Not today, you are. Not today. Check 43.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
180! Check 47. You don't know no better. One touch.
Now Mayfield. There's the right side here, complete. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Switch.
McCaffrey. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
6 man. Check curls.
Mayfield looks to throw. Being chased out left. And incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On third down, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Moore. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short on the first down.
Here we go with McCaffrey. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of right around 30 on a play that began way back inside the 5. Here's Rodgers to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Lamb. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Jones. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Hey, pick 26. Bravo.
Rodgers now on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 35.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now Rodgers. And he fires one incomplete.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
No. Pick 30. Hey, Foxtrot.
Rodgers throwing again. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning.
Check nickel. Regular.
Now a run with McCaffrey. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them, don't
they? A little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
First down. First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Mike, 20, 47. I'm coming for you. You must.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a tick under a minute to go before half. They come out here in the eye. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of 3 brings up 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. This is McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Now it's Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Rodgers to throw once more. Looking for the end zone. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Mike spot 9. Hey, 88. Check 59. Mike, we are going. Jim. Man, I got you. Watch twist.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. That's going to be caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, one of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34.
Here we go. Joker.
Hey, award 33.
36.
Mayfield to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's third and one.
Hey, check 24.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Here's the Panthers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Second and 10 now from the 27.
Get in the weight room.
Inside.
Check 59, Mike.
Go.
Mike to 59.
We own them.
Mike, check.
Done.
59. Bound to lose one.
Now Rodgers going to throw again. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Chad 300.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Hey, we heavy on the edge.
Rodgers now on third down. And he comes back with one complete. His second catch in this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Rodgers again now. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trey Boston. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Throwing, Mayfield. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Well, big run there. 29 yards and a first. On the ground, McCaffrey. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a third time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
I got it. Bang, 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 bang.
Like that.
They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 21-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 15-yard line.
They'll go again to Jones. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at their 49-yard line.
Set. 180.
Go, go, go. Hey, 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 watch 12, watch.
Run, run, run.
Single, single. Single, single.
Pistol, pistol, pistol. Smooth. My God.
Throwing on second down. Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Run, run, run. Tyler, 64, weak. Hey, Alpha. Real, real, real. I got it.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. It's Jordan. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Here's McCaffrey. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11. At the
1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Regular, regular, regular.
47.
My God.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, 4th quarter.
59. That's right, baby. They don't want it. 59 is Mike. 59 is Mike. Check, check. 59.
Back north.
Check.
Box it, box it, box it.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He's going to take another shot here. They've got his man complete. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 91 yards. And the Packers get a score closer. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game, the interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to...
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, 73 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. But look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division. But they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
Then you would have
and for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Dante Jackson picks it. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers is going to fire one. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to get this deep on the Carolina side of the field. It's a big play that time for the Packers. And even 50 yards into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Go to 50. Hey, you watch over here.
Third down.
Woo! Let's get it. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Here we go, here we go.
Protein spill.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And now here's another interception. Snags it for the pick. And he is all the way up past the 25. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Mayfield down. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead. But I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
A gain there of 21 yards.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Panthers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Alert! 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 Point it right, point it right, point it right. Hey, Charlie! Okay.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Hey, Echo.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Watch the snap.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. Deep ball, short ball, that was a deep.
And my goodness, another interception. Dante Jackson picks it. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Check back 47. I don't think you got it, sir.
Check my touch.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, first down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back, but 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd and 2, Mayfield, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken in the end zone.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
It's a gain of 35. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, good. Backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, it worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. One final try now for Rodgers. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone, as time has run out on this ball game. Their season ends here, a tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.